Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to me and privilege to be with you today afternoon. My 25 minutes will be dedicated to the mega investment announced this year by Microsoft in Central Eastern Europe and in Poland. As you see on my slide, the title, How We Are Building World-Class Cloud Region for Poland and for Central Eastern Europe. This is the title. My name is Paweł Jakubik. Thank you, Tom, for warm introduction. I am Datacenter lead and board member in Microsoft Poland subsidiary. In parallel, I am also the head of Banking Technology Forum in Polish Banking Association in Poland. Having last 4 or 5 years development of public cloud, Poland tried several times in the past to be on the main pipeline in Redmond in US to convince our Microsoft decision makers to take a decision to invest and to build hyperscaler infrastructure in Poland, available not only for Polish customers, but also for several other Eastern Europe countries. This slide with 4 pillars, you see on the left side, the investment level, what we announce is around $1 billion. This is for next 5 years. More than 85% of this amount is dedicated to build hyperscaler Azure region. Azure region means public cloud services infrastructure. And this project started in February this year, where we made first project plan and preparation. Officially, our announcement in Warsaw we did with our board members and with our general manager and with US executives May the 5th this year. Second pillar in green color, what you see now on the slide, is go-to-market. Part of this budget is dedicated to CEE market and to Polish market in upskilling and to educate in cloud competences more than 150,000 developers, programmers, IT architects, cloud architects. Thanks to this, we want to provide better digital transformation preparation for Poland and for our region. The third pillar in blue color, as you see, is one of the main pillar of the cloud infrastructure project. This is trusted cloud, how we are called this. So this is related with the security layer, with privacy, especially with data privacy, with compliance, with regulations, and the full transparency. This all in blue, this trusted cloud, we called Microsoft Trusted Cloud, and we are really proud that Azure region is on world-class level in transparency, security, and privacy. And last but not least, on the right side, you see data residency, and I would add also data localization. It was the main reason when we convinced our decision makers in US to take the final decision and to approve our business case. Here, I want to say that the credibility of Poland was built also thanks to new entity launched by PFR, Polish Investment Fund, and PKO BP, largest Polish bank. This entity called National Cloud Operator, OCHK, support us a lot to build a credibility of Poland and the potential on Polish market. The business case, what we prepared together with OCHK and PKO and PFR team, was based on some IBC and Accenture CEE and Poland data, where the prediction showed that in next 5 till 7 years potential for public cloud services in Poland in revenue, it's more than $6 billion. And it sits mainly on the strictly regulated markets like financial services industry, like public sector administration, healthcare, like some state-owned enterprises. So thanks to this analysis and thanks to this data, we prepared a very detailed business case. And I remember 2 years ago on a special workshop with other different 14 countries, where Poland, after this workshop was approved as a preliminary decision for the Azure region. On the next slides, you can see worldwide map of Microsoft public cloud Azure regions. Poland in green color. We are really proud that Poland is finally on this map. Poland is 23rd country where Microsoft announced this huge investment. Currently, we have 61 Azure regions. Just behind our announcement, Greece announced and Austria announced. So it was also close to our region, but more in Western Europe. This what you see on this slide is 61 data center regions. This is more than 140 single standalone data centers. Warsaw region will be in 3 localizations around Warsaw, and main requirements for the customers to use public cloud is a level of latency. To this investment and to this infrastructure, CEE customers and Polish customers, latency metrics will be much more lower on the bigger workloads like SAP installation, Oracle installation, some heavy business applications, CRM, ERP. So this latency was one of the main factors why we decide to invest. And I want to say now that this is the largest ever announced Microsoft investment in Central Eastern Europe ever. I think that I want to assume also that Polish data center will be one of the largest in Europe. We have 2 big data centers in Western Europe, one in Ireland, Dublin, second in Holland, Amsterdam. They are named hero regions. Poland will be the 5th largest, so we are also super proud that the size of our infrastructure will be so huge to serve and to launch a lot of software as a service and platform as a service to Polish and to CEE customers. On this slide, there is a very specific picture how globally network of optical networking was built out in last 4 or 5 years. You can see between the continents and the geographic zones how many fiber super powered professional networks was built up. And interesting in that having strong competition on the cloud services between Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Alibaba, on this fiber optical networking, there is a very close cooperation. For instance, our latest connection between East Coast and UK is we are sharing this optical network with Facebook. So there is a lot of examples where there is a strong cooperation. As you can imagine, the localization of data centers as a geo zones, it's due to data potential. So US is number 1, Europe is number 2, and Asia Pacific is number 3 here. Still a lot to do in Africa and South America, and also on the east side of Europe. Here, I want to spend a couple of minutes on a very important factor as energy sustainability, where Microsoft is in top class here. We announced carbon-free strategy be ready till 2030, and finally in 2050 we will remove our historical carbon emission. Here in this picture you see 3 persons. On the right side is a famous currently Satya Nadella, is a chief executive officer who was nominated and appointed to CEO position more than 6 years ago. And I am really, really happy and proud that this guy is now leading our organization, because thanks to his strategy, Microsoft really made great transformation from the traditional software development supplier, from Windows platform, from Office platform, from traditional SQL Server database, to a very modern cloud platform like Azure, like Teams, like Office 365, like Dynamics 365, and Power Platform, our new baby, like Power Apps and Power BI. In the middle on this picture, there is a lady. This is Amy Hood, Chief Financial Officer from Microsoft. Recently, she was also awarded in US as a best #1 CFO in US. So she and her team was approving our Polish business case. I had the pleasure to negotiate and really to be a close process with her closest team. So Amy Hood now is the second pillar of the leadership of Microsoft. And on the left side, you see Brad Smith. This is a chief legal officer, president of Microsoft. He's the pillar of all compliance and the legal stuff which Microsoft is providing to our customers. The very interesting is also Brad engagement on the cross-corporation strategy to build some joint strategy between the competitors, to build on the sustainability, on the data privacy, on the cyber security right strategy. Polish data center in megawatts will be in total in 5 years 65 megawatts in energy. So it will consume a lot of energy. We are working also to have a strong sustainability model here. And I think that we will be ready in 2-3 years to present a lot of details here on this. This slide on the right side showing super critical compliance offerings. Customer moving their sensitive data to cloud are expecting top in class security level. They expect a lot of strategic confirmation and the compliance and industry compliance offerings. Here you see Microsoft has the largest number of compliance offerings. Currently, this total number is 92 compliance offerings. You see here global, some United States government compliance. And we are also very happy that on the industry list of the compliance, we have also Polish regulator from financial services industry, where we have banking, capital markets, and insurance companies. So KNF currently, after last announcement of the cloud amendment in 2020, June 21, we are aligned and we are compliant with these regulations. And this is very, very, very important, very specific. On the public administration, we are defining two profiles of data. One is some confidential data, classified data, where some of public cloud workloads will be not available. And the second is unclassified data. Thanks to these compliance offerings, we are able to fulfill many expectations on also from public sector administration. In the middle of the slide, you can see cyber security details. You see Microsoft Cyber Defense Operations Center. This is the Redmond team, 3,500 plus experts and professionals working every day on the cyber security. We are collecting daily 6.5 trillion signals around the world, and we are investing $1 billion yearly to cyber security to keep the cyber security on the highest level. This is one of the most important advantage from the public cloud services, that if Polish data center will launch first services and somebody in the world in different geo will be attacked by some hackers, the signal of this and potential batches for this and the fix for this will be delivered in real time also to Polish data center. On the left side, again, you see these global maps on and our covering on the data center architecture. What is behind the cloud with Azure infrastructure? On the lowest layer, you can see the infrastructure as a service. So computing power, networking, storage, security, identity. This is very important layer on some basics. But the clue of and the biggest advantage of the cloud is sitting in this middle layer where you can see databases, analytics, artificial intelligence with machine learning, Internet of Things, media, of course. So a lot of advantage here you can see, and digital transformation, the quickest effects of transformation you can achieve using this middle layer. So software as a service and serverless, where you have web, mobile, mixed reality, augmented reality, containers and events. On the upper layer, you see edge devices. So 5 class of Azure Stack Hub, Azure Edge, Azure Sphere, Azure Kinect, and HoloLens. HoloLens is a great example of augmented reality. Many industry experience and case studies we have currently. HoloLens we have now in a version 2.0, where a lot of healthcare industry are using this in the cardiology, in cancer therapy, a lot of examples in augmented reality. On the right side, you see the critical for IT technical teams tools and developers tools like Visual Studio, main tools, and Azure Development Studio for the developers. GitHub. GitHub is a unique community. 50 million programmers and developers worldwide are part of this community where they are exchanging a lot of experience. In real time, they are asking for help. Microsoft is part of this family of GitHub. GitHub gives a lot of advantage also during the difficult project with the tough migration of big back office and middleware infrastructure migration. And 2 additional tools, what you see, Power Apps and Power BI. I mentioned this during also the cloud description. This is a part of Microsoft latest offering. This slides showing the latest baby and announcement by Microsoft. This is our road to Cosmos, so to orbital network. The name of this solution is Ground Station as a service. Recently, in the early October, we signed contract with SpaceX to be a part of this connection between Azure worldwide network and some satellites and orbiting network. This is a latest architecture, a lot of expectation, a lot of plans here to bring advantage to the people. Here you can see some generation of the hardware. So data centers are equipped in the latest generation, 7 and 8. On the generation next, you can see our also some pilots to put to the ocean and to the sea some data center to have the most modern cooling system, thanks to the also cooling system from the ocean water. This what I wanna now make in the summary. This is the part and the complete of the offering from clouds. As you see, Azure is a base for all free clouds, from Office 365, from Teams, of course. Teams brings a lot of advantage now to customers on the remote mode. We have million of new customers during this tough pandemic time. And Teams is one of the leaders now, together with Google Meet, with Zoom, with Cisco WebEx. Thanks to these tools, we have this connectivity currently. I want to also name Dynamics 365 because it's a very important part of the cloud offerings, top in class CRM and ERP. Also, the very important development of the public cloud by Microsoft, this is what we are delivering, it's open source, very open strategy. So we are also open not only for our products, but you can use on iPhones, on Android, on Google devices, a lot of Office 365, SharePoint, Teams applications. And this is part of our and Satya Nadella strategy. So this is my part of this mega investment. I am super happy that I had a chance to present this mega investment by Microsoft. We have a strong interest from all hyperscaler suppliers currently. All the best to all you ladies and gentlemen. Thank you and good luck. Thank you. I think on the small, medium enterprises, we have hundreds of examples, even maybe thousands, how cloud offerings can be adopted very easily, because this part of the cloud, what I presenting like Power Platform, this is a totally new group of the cloud application. The class we call now low code and no code application. Yeah. Thanks to these applications, medium-sized enterprises can, without IT support, they can implement some basics functionality, not only from Office, but also for accounting, for some management in their warehouses, some supply chain things. So a lot of easy processes you can implement it. And we have these examples we can share, of course, with contacting with our Microsoft staff. With the largest enterprises, it's a different story, because they are not adopting most of these packages. They are building some custom, bigger solution in the cloud. And this is what we are recommending. A lot of cloud architects are providing some kind of advisory. We are calling this class Cloud Adoption Framework. This is a set of preparation, like for instance, PKOBP, great, fantastic preparation, leading by Boston Consulting Group in the first half of this year, where they built 3 years road to cloud, and they split it and built a special calendar, how and which class of the application they will make lift and shift migration, and which will be developed by their own. So yes, we have a lot of examples here.
Okay. And I think we're, I believe we're on this. I think we're on schedule, but I think we got to wrap up here because we're on to a few more people on the calendar here. Any last comments from your side, Paweł? Very interesting. Any other suggestions, comments from your perspective?
I think I wanna recommend to our audience today that, guys, digital transformation, it's not a future. It's happening now. So
Well, doesn't everyone know that now? I mean, you would think that after this year.
yeah. But on the other hand, the remote work is the only piece of the digital transformation. The clue is sitting on the bigger stuff. So I recommend this road to cloud approach, this cloud adoption framework, and also building some multi-cloud, because even being a Microsoft guy, I know the diversity and the smart decision between Google, Microsoft, Amazon, this is the future. So this is my recommendation.
Cool. Well, Paweł, thank you very much. Very interesting insights to what's happening. Changes coming very fast, very interesting in the digital side of things, and we're in the middle of it right now, aren't we? So I'll sign off from you digitally, and we will go on to our next panel. Thank you very, very much, Paweł, for joining us today.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you, Tom. All the best.